can I ask a question?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Since we talked a bit about the assessment and all these things, so how will the new process groups, like the additional ones, hardware and machine learning, impact the overall process assessment in ASPICE 4.0?
hmm so it purely depends on if somebody is using. Let's imagine an organization has been only developing software components so far. Yeah. So this is where maybe they are not really affected by the hardware because, I mean, if their business is only software, they are never developing anything on the hardware, so they don't follow. It is also not in scope of the assessment. On the other hand, if at all organization which is also working on the hardware, of course, based on the customer requirement, they also have to follow hardware processes. Then they have to prepare all the artifacts. They also have to bring it in the scope of the assessment. Then they also have to get it assessed. These processes. So it purely depends. The change in a sense that, okay, from the assessor perspective, there is a change that maybe, all the assessors so far haven't been, assessing hardware processors because it's new. So it will take some time to consolidate and to, get experience in different projects so that everybody, try to form a same opinion about the project results. So normally they see that it's about 18 months, the transition period from 3.1 to 4.0, because it also takes some time. So this is where there is a bit of a challenge even for the assessors if they're not really familiar with the hardware processes or if they're not really familiar with the hardware development. It could be a bit challenging initially to assess these processes and to rate it in a right way, in my opinion. And I think the most challenges will come in the machine learning because machine learning is, I wouldn't say it's quite new, but it's quite trendy in the automotive. So this is where it also requires a bit of an, inside know-how to assess these processes. It's because it's at the end of the day, it is not really black and white. It is not really to say that, okay, there is a base practice. I see evidence for that, then I rate it fully. It is not like that because you also have to see process-related product risk, which means sometimes even though it looks like things are there, maybe it is not effective one. So you may foresee a process-related product risk, and it is also definitely a job of the assessor to identify this process related product risk. And for that they also need to have a bit of a deeper understanding of this machine learning or hardware development so that they can identify the process related product risk. So this is where it would be bit complex for the assessor in my perspective, and also in my opinion it would also take some time for organizations to get used to it because today if you see there are some automotive companies, they have been developing hardware maybe since several decades, not just years. Now, going forward, if they have to show compliance to ASPICE 4.0, they have to follow the hardware processes in development. So, which means they have to train their team, build these processes, write down the templates, choose the right tools, etc., etc. So, it is going to take a bit of effort for everybody.